unrelated digression. Myself and two of my technicians have pretty long hair um, at work, and an outside AV company dubbed us nicknames as we were helping them because half of their crew didn't show up, and we wanted to start working, and we couldn't work until their stuff was gone, so we helped them strike.
Mhm.
But they gave us nicknames. Two of the nicknames were related. I'll give you the first nickname, and then you tell me what you think the second nickname is.
Okay.
Nickname number one was to my technician Matt, my tech supervisor. His name was Baby Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, and what do you think my very related name was that they gave me?
Jesus,
Adult
baby.
Jesus?
Nope, nope. You
Peter
guys are
Peter
surprisingly
Snoxel?
on the money.
Okay.
Closer to the
Teenage
first
Mid-sized
group.
Jesus?
Jesus?
Nope, nope,
Medium-sized? Average
Nope.
Jesus?
Papa
nope.
Jesus?
I do like medium
Papa-
Jesus.
The older you get, the further away you get.
Oh,
Adolescent.
Infant
teenage
Jesus?
Jesus.
No, you'll never get it. I'll tell you. It's Baby Jesus' cousin. That's what I
Oh my
got.
Oh.
god.
They said,
Jesus.
we love you.
Damn.
We're going to call you Baby Jesus. What are we going to call the manager? Baby Jesus' cousin.
Damn. I would have also taken medium Jesus.
I would have taken any other nickname. Don't just take someone else's nickname and just make me related to them.
My mom brought up while I was visiting her a college nickname I used. And I got to tell her the story of why I chose that nickname. Because all of my friends were choosing goofy nicknames after we learned, which is not really in the same realm. We just wanted to join in on the joke, though the initial joke is the by far best execution of it. And it is that we were sitting outside of my friend's house and we learned that he got packages from Amazon delivered to his house under the name of Jesus Christ. And we just thought that that was the funniest fucking thing ever because his parents did not enjoy those jokes. And it was just an overall very funny joke. So we all chose a bunch of nicknames, and but I got to relive that moment again, and that was awesome.
Yeah, address that package to Jesus Christ's cousin.
And how hard it is to change
JC.
my nickname
JC.
from Amazon. I bet his has had trouble too.
It's a me, JCC.
Jesus Christ, Cooper Star.
Still only are we good in Craig? I only saw two other ones in the Craig. Can
Is one of
anyone?
them
Because I know
me?
we had
I
this
think I'm
issue
in the-
before. Can anyone verify a 5-man Craig?
No,
I
I
only
see no
see
one
3 in
else in
Craig.
Craig.
I see Lawrence and Mike.
And I see
I
Gabe
see-
and Grace.
I see Lawrence and Em and Gabe.
I don't see the stream of microphone. This microphone, you idiot.
Oh,
There you are.
I
There
see
we go.
Gabe.
Craig
Yeah, I was
sending
about to
this.
say Gabe was not screening, but
I
now
only
he's
see
screening.
3. Wait.
Yeah, the reason I've had a whole fun time. I'm really glad that I don't understand time zones and keep getting it wrong, because I had time to troubleshoot. Because I've only got my bad AirPods where the mic doesn't work, which would have been fine, except that they then did not connect to my usual laptop. They just wouldn't. Don't know why.
So much fun.
So Ancient Mac saves the day again.
Like I had trouble trying to figure out why this lady's PowerPoint wouldn't advance today. She had said it where it wouldn't.
Did you? That will do it.
Like,
Well,
Like
that
the time
doesn't
that
keep it
people
selling.
set.
you built this PowerPoint.
It's
Why
like
did you
the
build it
people.
like this?
The time people set slides to advance in under a second.
Oh god.
Looked at me like I was the idiot.
Everyone, just refresh your Craig page for me before we start. Just click refresh on that bad boy. Yeah, everyone just left the room. Now it's just now it's just me and Grace.
I see Grace and Gabe.
It's interesting.
I see Gabe and me. Oh, just the two of us.
Yep.
We
And I
can
still
make it if
only
we
see Gabe.
try. Just the
I have to
three
redo
of
all
us,
the stuff.
you and I.
So goofy.
Well,
This
as
is a
long as
goofy
you're in
movie
it,
right
I don't
here.
know that it matters if I can see that you're in it. If you're in it from your side, and if you're not,
I think that's
if
what we
there's
discovered
anything
last
off.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Will there ever be a 5-man Craig?
Can there ever
Never.
be a 5-man Craig? Is the
A
word already?
5-man Craig. Yeah, I don't know. That's it's a lot to think about.
That's a big ask, apparently, from Craig.
I like that it's both a proper and an improper noun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll keep developing too, I'm sure.
To Craig or not to Craig, sort of a verb
Johnny to Craig,
as
etc.
well. Johnny to Craig. Okay, let's
I've really been
dive on in.
enjoying saying celebrity names as things. Like that really mirrored my streaks, you know? That really
Does it?
calmed my hearties.
That really Craig my Craig.
Does it?
Yeah, it really cracked my Craig.
That I believe.
That I believe. But not your Hardies. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, still redacted. This season, utilizing the Powered by the Apocalypse system to tell it's not anymore. Time is strange at some point. So I'll take it back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, Arcade Apocalypse. This season, using the Powered by the Apocalypse system to tell the story of the citizens of Tedville and their quest to return the good wets to its good peoples. I'm M, and this season, I'm the Game Master. Before we dive in, we're going to do our question, and it is this week, apocalypse scenario. You come across an undiscovered, unlooted superstore. What's the 2 or 3 things that you focus on grabbing that aren't necessarily like food or water? Because of course I'm gonna go in and just like fucking arm shovel the shelves, but then I go back in and I check out for me, I think it would be soap and underwear, because I do feel like some point in the apocalypse it would become not a thing. Like you would just when it's useless, why would you don't have any more underwear? Like who cares? It like civility is kind of out the window. But I think that if I came across a store where I had the opportunity to see packages of them, once again I may return to comfort for a brief moment. A sort of me comfort that is a bit more protected. I feel like it would last a bit longer than the out clothes, which would be nice. A little return to comfort for a while. I don't know. Soap kind of feels like, but again, we're not washing. So soap. I love a good soap, so I could just wash once in a while.
And my name is Lawrence, and I play the DeLuca's Chop House answering machine robot. I'm gonna take that again. I slurred that boy. I'm drunk. No. My name is Lawrence, and I play the DeLuca's Chop House answering. Oh man, that was worse.
Take 3. You got it.
Just put
You're
this in
really
the middle if you
slurring.
could. Put this in the middle if you could. Answering. That'll make for good audio. In an apocalypse scenario, I had similar thoughts. My first thought was soap. Soap would be good to have. Deodorant, maybe less broadly useful, also interesting to have for a short time. But what I ended up landing on is ointments and creams. I think burn cream would be kind of not first thought, but pretty useful. And in the situations where it come up, like Blistex lip product, I think that would be killer to have. And you can make that shit last for a while. a good long time if you
Yeah,
get
like a big jug of aloe.
And I think like
Oh,
aloe
fuck.
and
Vaseline.
sunscreen. Those were ointments, I would say.
Yeah, you
so
really
like
want to Vaseline up Dill.
sunscreen, Vaseline,
No, he's
Blistex.
slick
Those would be
and
my
weird.
big
He
three.
might try and eat it.
He'd squish it. It's not poison, so he wouldn't eat it. Also, really quick, I just want to. It was interesting. The first thing that you said with regards to underwear, you wear it for civility was the number one. Number one reason to wear underwear, civility. Comfort
Well, no,
was like
I said
3 or 4.
civility out the window just
No
as
way.
What about
I
this
said,
cleanliness?
you're living in the apocalypse. I don't necessarily think
Just
that's
the
my
feeling
number
of
one
being
reason.
together.
Yeah, you guys
We're
in the
civilized
apocalypse world.
people.
And I now see it all
being
It's
the
just so
time.
uncomfortable to hang loose when there's danger.
I was gonna say, in the apocalypse world, having an innie is really a benefit, I suppose. There's less things to get caught on, less dingles to get dangled. You know,
It's bad all around.
if you because in
Interesting.
this world, that I'm saying that there isn't any underwear.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
that.
know.
I have a recurring nightmare
I don't know.
of
Are you wasting the
getting
cloth on
my
underwear?
my nards caught on barbed wire, but I
Oh,
don't know if that's anything.
Sure sounds like
yeah.
something.
It's a reason to continue to wear underwear even in the apocalypse. I don't know that it would help against the barbed wire, but it helps me in spirit.
My steel-toed underwear.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just the concept of, there's
think
a
you're
point
thinking
that
of, like-
comes when I don't know.
You know, they put those like virgin metal undies on women in the oldie days. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh,
Maybe you might
yeah,
want
like
to
a chastity
keep
belt.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
That'll keep you
Yeah,
safe.
but he
No.
would wear underwear under the chastity belt.
I don't. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want a lock on my underwear. That's no good. Sometimes they
fair.
do have to
The
come
lock.
off.
Sometimes
You
they
would
do have to
have
come
the
off.
I'm a
keys, I'm
renowned loser.
assuming.
No, I lose things. I am my mother's son.
She lets lose things, and now her thing is leaving things behind.
It's
I
just
also
a
do
different
that.
form of losing.
How many
He
times
also
have
does
I left
that.
things behind? Remember
He
the
also
time I
does that.
left a book and lost it at the airport?
Yeah.
I had to go through security twice to try and get my book back.
You left a whole load of clothes in the dryer, and the one store you go back to is the book? You left this clothes
You
in the
left
dryer.
your
You
wallet
left that
in
state.
Vegas, and the story you
Yeah,
go
we
back
all
to
have
is
a
the
story.
book.
It's clearly the most
You
important
left
thing to me. I still want that book back.
Which book
All
was it?
about priorities.
About the history of mammals.
Oh my
Important gripping stuff.
God.
Who needs a load of laundry? Get new laundry.
Okay, so it's me now, right? 4 is
Mm-hmm.
Can't
me
Gabe lore.
Well, no.
now. So my
Mike's
name
after
is
Lawrence
Grace.
now.
Oh wait, is it Mike? Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me? All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to being 3. Damn.
I really thought
So-
I was second, but I guess I'm last.
Yeah, Lawrence just went right over your spot too.
I'm really confused. This
I
really
remember
threw me
being
off.
second. I remember being second. I don't know what to tell you at this point.
I'm just gonna jump in then. So, my name's Michael, and I'm playing Spicket, the water bearer. And the answer to the question I took very differently. I wasn't looking at things that might be helpful long term outside of food. I was thinking things like duct tape. I was thinking an aluminum baseball bat and like a hatchet I could put on my belt. So those are not, the first essentials you get of food and medication and water, but the second go round would be protective and tool items for me. And duct tape, you can use duct tape for a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. I heavily considered, depending on the day, like Game Boys nowadays would be useless, but if there were like a 64 pack of AA batteries back in the day and a Game Boy, I'd swipe that for sure. You play that Game Boy for quite a long time, but now what are you going to do? Where are you going to charge it? How are you going to charge that thing? If there's a way to charge it, I'd grab a Game Boy too. Why not?
Have you heard the new nonsense about the Switch 2?
I did just today from my client, I think,
Well, the
about
the
them.
newest, I mean, it's bullshit, but the newest layer of bullshit that I've learned is that the physical games don't even have the game on them. You have to be connected to Wi-Fi to download the game. So like, if you live in a rural area or like you can't, even if you have a physical game, which is $10 more than the online game.
The games are now too big to fit in the cartridge.
It's just
Lame.
I bet they're not. I bet they're
the
just
games are
lazy
like
about it.
$80 now. They're like $60 or $75 for a Switch game.
I don't know how many gigs can you fit in that cartridge. Smaller than an SD card. Larger than a micro.
I've got a micro SD card that takes 1.5 terabytes. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
That did
derail.
cost
This
me
is the
quite a
wrong
bit of
audience
money,
to bring
but
this up. I apologize. That was my bad.
No.
But I'm sure listeners out there are mad too. You know, they'll know.
They'll never hear this.
I mean, I'm also mad about it. Like, don't do this anti-consumerist nonsense. Craig, keep that in.
Unprompted.
Craig, if we die, we know that you snitched, Craig. If anything happens to any 5 of us, we'll know who turned. Craig.
It was me. Such a twist.
Anything for big Nintendo, huh?
Okay, let us please wrap up these intros for the love of God.
Okay, so 4 is me then. I'm Grace, and I play Petal. And in the apocalypse world, I would probably also grab, one of the things I'd grab would be duct tape. Just because there's so much you can do with it.
There's so much you can do with it.
And in this situation, I'm assuming it's like the mega roll, not like one of those like stupid tiny rolls they sell now, but like they used to sell like big old honking rolls that you could kill a man with if you needed to.
It's like the 12
which I might
pack.
need to. Yeah.
That was their tagline.
Pack of duct tape.
You got to get the office roll size.
Yeah.
Go
big chonkas.
Go raid a Staples.
Big enough to kill a man with.
Yeah.
And then what did I also think? Oh, I would also probably grab some kind of like maybe a can opener. I think that'd be pretty versatile to have because there'd be tons of cans everywhere in these abandoned places. And can openers nowadays have all sorts of stuff on them. You know, it's a can opener, it's a bottle opener, there's also a knife on it. It's great. And then I would grab because I'm always cold, I would try and find maybe like a really nice like weather all around weather jacket, maybe like a windbreaker or something. Because I hate being cold and wet. And I don't know what kind of apocalypse situation this is.
Something to keep you not wet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jackets make good beds.
It's true.
Always a nice pillow around. Duct tape is so smart, especially a roll big enough to kill a man with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Theodore Stringer, and I play Dill. And as far as the looting goes, man, underwear is good, duct tape is good. I was sort of thinking I was of two minds, and I've forgotten one, so I'm gonna go with the other until hopefully I remember the one. I was sort of thinking about like what would function as currency. I know that we said no food, but I was sort of thinking like Twinkies or one of those sort of things that would function as currency in the apocalypse. What was the other?
Hey man, your money's expired.
I mean, to be fair, my idea behind food, like no food, was like because of course the first thing you're gonna grab is like the thing that you need the most, which is food and water. Well, yeah,
food,
us as people. right, would probably grab food and water. But food as currency is actually an interesting, I think, take on that for sure.
Yeah, like there are certain foods that would function as currency, and I definitely would keep an eye out for them. The other thing that I was thinking about, and it's not super like apocalypse useful per se. I started down this route. I was thinking like 4th of July fireworks. I think that would be useful, like a distraction or a light, or there's uses for that.
Patriotism.
But then I just sort of went down the road of like the seasonal aisle is always kind of fun. Especially like in the apocalypse, it would be very fun to put out like Easter bunnies or googly eyes or whatever. I don't know, like have some fun with it if you're a survivor.
I like fireworks is really fun. I also thought about like just cleaning products. Like for the first time, we could just get some Windex and clean the windshields or something. Holy shit, we can see.
Bleach is a weapon, technically.
Bleach. Oh, a weapon and yeah, that one's good. Okay. Let's do catch up and then we'll do pedal vision. So last time we left, but now we're a team and we have the Dilgo, which has 2 buttons that look exactly the same. One of which gives Dill, or the driver, a small handgun. A little handgun pops out of like the console, and the other spills all of the oil from the oil machine out the back as an oil slick.
From the oil machine.
From the fryer. Yep, oil machine. The fryer.
He's a mechanic.
I built the car.
Oh yeah, it's a cookmobile.
It
It's a food
is
truck.
a fried
We're
pickle.
finding the synonyms tonight.
Yeah, it is a cook truck. It is a fried pickle
Truck,
mobile
with the oil.
food truck. It the Dickle, I think is what we
Yep, Dickles
jokingly settled
Pickles.
on. Dickle the
Dickles
pickles.
Is that what we went with? Oh
Dickles
my
pickles.
God.
Yep.
Dickle the
He's
pickle.
got a hat and like little guns.
Yeah, he's sort of a Mr. Peanut type character.
All of which is made out of fried skin.
The best.
Like a peeled
Mhm.
banana
Like
situation.
a peeled banana. Yeah.
Exactly like a peeled banana situation.
Like a peeled banana.
Incredible.
Yep. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah. I imagine. Do you think Dill has maintained that image on the side of the truck, or is it like worn and weathered now?
It's repainted like.
No, I mean it's worn and weathered for sure. Let me see. I don't have like a charisma stat or like a fun. I don't know, like no, Dill is not that kind of guy. No, he wouldn't have done anything with it.
Yeah, it seemed
There's
like he left it for
you
a
can
bit.
see him. You can see him. Some of him's like peeled off, but definitely know what he is. Dickle the pickle. He's also in a number of spots on the Dilgo.
Fuck yeah, he is. We left. We got D-Ham, his decab attached to the back of the Dilgo, and headed out into the wastes with sort of Dill's other one at the wheel. We pulled over after we crest far enough away from Tedville to, like, it's in the back. It's in the background. And then we pulled over, and Dill transformed sort of back into himself in front of Spicket and slipped out the window. And this is where we find ourselves on the way to the crash site, which is just somewhere between here and the Water Bear facility, as far as we are aware.
And
Wait, do we
vision?
not know where we're going?
Not
You
exactly.
No, I mean not exactly. So you know where. Actually, that is another note I did have written down. We know where the crash site that occurred was actually there was a different note made that it was an entirely different direction than the water bearer facility. Think like to the northeast. Think like to the northeast, and the water bearer facility being like to the west. So I imagine we're heading to the crash site of this, which would be to the northeast rather than to the water bear facility. But could also be trying to find where it occurred initially, because it did go missing for a little bit before it was found in a wreck there, right? But the direction it was coming from
Okay.
was a
Well,
water bear facility.
if we know where we're going, if we know where the crash is, then
Yeah.
start with what we know.
Yes. And we are heading that way. So that would be to the northeast. Up and towards the main city. Other things on the way. But first we need to do a pedal vision roll. I think that is plus sharp. Is that true? Find out.
I'm scrolling. Mhm. Plus cool.
Plus cool.
So 0. Okay. So I just roll once, right?
2d6 for all rolls.
Oh,
I think.
2d6.
Yeah.
4 plus 6, that's a 10.
That's a 10.
Very cool.
And I am almost to
I
that
have a
page.
sick ass vision.
Characters.
And a marketing
Pedal.
experience.
You have it right now.
How much experience you
MC
got
holds a
sitting on?
1.
It's pretty
MC
good.
can spend 1 at a moment of transition to
Oh,
tell you
that's
the
a good
vision comes
question.
on. Cool. I will hold 1.
Okay.
What was the question? Sorry.
Did I ask a question?
No questions.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I had a question.
No, I thought. Okay, I thought Gabe said that's an excellent question.
No, that was referring to where current experience is at.
Oh. Okay. Cool. So I hold 1 on that roll. I can spend it at some point at a moment of transition to tell you that a vision comes on and to ask you who you are with. I only have 1 held because I did that also last session. But I didn't ask you where you were and who you were with. This next time I will, because that is the point of the move. And then I'll describe the vision to you when we get to that point. But for now, we're out here in the wastes and the truck has stopped. Yeah.
Press 1 for sitting in silence. Press 2 for I'll go out and look. Press 3 for we get out and walk all together at once.
2. I press 2.
And DHam is gonna get out from his seat.
Oh, I bet
and
you
he's gonna-
sacrificed him to go.
He's gonna very cautiously, and by very cautiously I mean he's just gonna kind of saunter up to the back door. He's gonna crack the door and poke his little nose out.
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of looks like I'm smelling the edge of the door.
outside of the truck is just Dill moving about, hulking about. Yeah.
Dill.
Kind of blasted savannas.
Dill. What do you see out here with your big eyes?
There's a lot of nothing out here. I don't know how to drive.
Who does?
Was he?
I've never driven a car in my life. I
Hold
can
on.
try and tow us with the DCAB.
That would be crazy.
I think
Press
I've
1 for I tow you with the decaf. Press 2 for anything else.
Still
Press
presses
3
1.
for
Hell yeah.
Still doesn't know
Um,
what the decab is, but yeah, sure.
so
That sounds like a solution to Dill.
Dham is going to go back to the decab, but he is not going to first try and tow the vehicle. He realizes that the decab is significantly smaller in both power and girth.
I don't think
so
we've built the
instead,
decab.
do what?
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
It's
It's
my
his
it's my workstation mini vehicle. The thing
Yeah,
that I
it's
arrived in yesterday, and then
DeLuca's
shot a
Chop
harpoon.
House
Yeah, we know it exists,
delivery.
but like, what is it?
What isn't it? You know, it's my home. It's my
what isn't it?
it's my workspace. It's my means of conveyance when I'm by myself. It's where I keep my things, other than my chest cavity. It's the other place where I keep my things. And I am going to
It's a
let me see
hollowed out
here.
smart car, right? That you've turned into your
Yep,
workstation.
exactly. It's like one of those one row smart cars that looks sort of like the front half of a car and then nothing else. It's that, except it's very fancy because it unfolds. You know, I've customized it. This is one of one.
You slot into it exactly like
Yep.
a Junji Ito comic.
It kind of unfolds and then I sort of just like hang on it limp. And then my head detaches and my hands detach, and that's how I do my work. It's much more efficient to just have the head and hand on rails as opposed to staying with the body.
How long does this process take?
About 10 minutes. I don't do that yet. I don't have to do that right now.
Okay.
What I am doing is I am going to I'm going to go around to a side of the vehicle that Dill is not looking at me. Probably the front. And I'm gonna pop the hood really quick, and then I'm going to use a things speak roll. So I'm gonna roll plus weird.
Let's see it. Let's see what this thing's
Okay, I
speak
think
roll.
with my bonuses that will give me what I need. My bonus to weird is +2, bringing it to an 8. And so I'm gonna ask, hey, MC, I guess is what here's the MC question that I'm
I
gonna
guess
ask.
I am the MC. I've been saying DM. Damn.
What's wrong with this, and how might I fix it? Can I make this a way that I could drive it? I don't know how to drive this, but maybe I could make it a way that I could drive it.
Oh fuck yeah! This has been modified. What's wrong with this? It's been modified to drive for extreme. We're gonna say for extreme precision driving. Beyond like I don't know, even turning it manual. It's manual because why wouldn't it be?
It's manual plus. There are 14 gears.
Like I said, there are 5 pedals rather than up to 3. So like I don't know what they do even because it's made by a hyper
The Dilgo's
intelligent
got
alien.
sub gears.
Yeah, it's got sub gears in its gears. What's wrong with it is not much, but it's been heavily modified to like be just an extreme precision driving vehicle. But it has to be utilized. Otherwise it is moving like it's not being utilized. Those gears haven't been utilized. And so they're getting kind of maybe rusty.
Gotcha. Okay. So unless
you
you
can
drive
oil
it
them
wild, like it's not gonna drive very well.
You can drive it like a normal thing with the normal pedals if you can figure out which ones brake and which ones go, which should be very easy for you.
Gotcha.
Normal car.
Process of elimination.
Yeah. It'll be a little bit, clunky, but there's some way to make it do better.
I'm going to see, well, I don't feel like undoing all of those modifications is a good use of time. So I think I'm going to go back to the vehicle, join the other 2 folks in there. And press 1 for, and he points at Spicket.
The good news. Press 2
Press
for
1
the bad
for
news.
you drive. Press 2 for, and he points at no one. You drive. Press 3 for I drive. Press 4
I
for
think
we sit here and we live here now.
I think Spicket will press 1. I think he's driven before. He's never driven anything like the Dilgo, but he'll give it a shot.
Be very careful.
I think
This
you've
vehicle
got
must be handled with
have
precision.
experience with like complex machinery.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your
You
history
I lean my
with...
head out the.
to bring out the vehicle's highest potential.
What's up, Petal?
I said I lean my head out the window. I said, "Hey, you banana friend, are you gonna come back in the vehicle? We're headed out. We're gonna try and leave."
Hmm. Do
'Cause I don't think I actually know his
climbers
name.
inside.
Welcome. Press 1 for we drive in crippling silence. Press 3 for contemplative
What?
self-reflection. Press 6 for car game.
Oh, I press 6.
That's a banana.
I spy with my little eye. Something
A banana?
that is brown.
Something that is brown.
2
Brown.
guesses before he even said what he spied. Before we truck off into the savannas now,
Yeah, we haven't started yet, but the car game
driving.
I don't even know if he can drive yet. I'm really banking a lot on
right,
this.
yeah.
I have faith. I'm not religious, I don't think, but I have faith.
I think this is a do something under fire, because this is the pressure is that you need to figure out how to drive it.
Yeah.
Lest we die.
Yeah. Complex
Or even worse,
machinery
you let me drive.
is not necessarily that, but I do feel like this is the other portion of this role that's...
I mean, I can get back in there and try and figure it out again, but it
I
didn't
could
go good
try
the
too,
first
and
time.
because I could try also with my weird abilities.
I rolled a 10 and I'm +2 cool, so that's a 12.
Oh hell yeah! We should have never doubted you.
Yeah, no doubts at all. On a 10 plus, you just do it. I don't think it's difficult at all. You know how to drive, and it seems like the main pedals were kept in the same place. So brake, gas, kind of right next to each other there. Easy peasy. There's 3 other ones that your right foot can hit, or maybe your left foot could get over there for some reason, but your left foot's probably on a pedal too. You're just trying not to press that one for. Yeah. I like that. And you.
Is there an organ at the water tower? Do you know how to play an organ, perhaps?
Maybe that's why I've got the foot skills to figure out all the pedals.
And with a 12, you don't hit any buttons you shouldn't hit. You know how to drive stick, easy peasy. That's not a challenge for you. And you take off into the savannah, chugging
cool.
along.
Of course, you're gonna roll. You know how to drive stick. You rolled 10. You're very cool.
Yeah, so cool, so cool. What is it?
Spicket is feeling pretty good about himself right now.
I'm Dickel, and I'm here blasting into the savannas.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I think with a 12, you know what button to turn that off, and you actually just press a third button that looks like the other 2 but is disconnected, and that just turns it off. Easy.
A banana is a yellow fruit.
I'm Dickel.
Like you.
And I'm here. I'm Dickel, and I'm here. As the camera remains in place and you guys trek off. A few hours later, you come across the crash site told to you by both... I imagine like those that brought in the thing knew exactly where it was. Like, we know exactly where the crash site is. We found it. We brought the stuff back from it. So that is exactly where you head. And within a few hours, you crest a hill, and down at the bottom, there is still some debris from this, notifying you that you've made it. A tire rolled off and leaned up against the hill. Another vehicle totally burnt out. Hood popped up, seemingly from the explosion, down at the bottom of this hill. Yeah.
Someone should investigate that.
I would like to roll up and park us in an easily escapable position, so we're not trapped in by wreckage, in a somewhat defensible manner, if that such a thing exists.
Yeah, I think there is the wreckage of, we'll say, 2 vehicles down here. One that's totally burnt out, and as you pull the vehicle down, another that you can see is crashed into sort of the back of it, that is significantly worse for wear. It seems like blown out, but not like burned to a crisp like the one it had crashed into. And you kind of back in the truck to an easy, like, we can just jet out, straight into the savannas, or back around this hill if we need to, back in near that wreckage, giving yourself at a minimum sort of block from one side, cover from one side, right, as best we can, and pull the Dill go to a stop. I'm Dill, and I'm here too. I'm Dill. I'm Dickel, and I'm here.
All right. Well, Spicket's very eager to get out and search the site.
We see once
yeah,
again, DHam parks himself behind the back door of the Dilgo, exposing only his nose.
A few folks get out. Spicket and Pedal at a minimum, I imagine. Spickle
You'll
and
follow Spicket.
Spickle. It's like all of the names I'm trying to like not make them one. Spicket and Pedal and Dill exit the vehicle, and DHam remains behind, camera outward facing. Come around to search through this wreckage. The 2 vehicles here, let's see. The 2 vehicles here are in bad shape, bad shape. The first one, like I said, is like a charred hull of what once remains. No windows remain, like the inside leather and interior has been burnt to a crisp, but on the other vehicle you can tell that it is sort of a piecemeal raider wasteland vehicle, similar to the ones that your town uses out and about, right? You find a new car door, your car door is there, you just put it on. We're not getting a new car, we found a car door, that's great. And that is this vehicle as well. Certainly not a water bearer vehicle. And the wreckage and various like debris in front of these 2 vehicles, you can easily put together would be where they have hauled the actual water bearer van from. That wheel is probably your wheel. You can even see probably the drag marks down and around the hill to have pulled it away.
do you like roll to look in this game, just to remind me, like how, like, it's just I say do something and we roll to see, like, do I do it? I just remind me.
I mean, I think that
Like-
it's on the same lines, is that like that is you guys getting out of the car and peeking the situation over. I even think because we're not dealing with perception checks, we're not
There
dealing
is, in
with
fact, a read a sitch move.
There is a read a sitch move though. Yes, that is for this.
Oh.
Yes.
Roll plus sharp to read a sitch.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Okay,
I
yeah.
have +2 to sharp. Holy heck.
Yeah. And since you asked,
so good
why
at
don't
this.
you do it while Petal and Dill are like just scanning over the situation, getting the information I have produced so far. You read a situation, taking a step back
That's a
further.
that's a 5 plus a 6 plus 2. I'm so good at looking.
Damn. You can ask
I mean, one
the
of my
NPC
eyes
13.
questions.
is one of my eyes is robotic.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
get
know if
to.
I've ever mentioned that. I have a robot eye. 3 questions. That's so
I like
many.
that. I like that. You get to ask 3 questions from this list. I'll even let you make one up. Because you had like 11 plus 2, was that 13? That's a crazy good number. So I'll even let you make one up of the 3.
Wow, okay. Let me look at my list here. Wow, this hover thing is so nice.
If
Good
that
job.
helps. If you also want just 3 from the list, you're more than welcome to them.
Yeah, I want to see what I've got. I don't want to waste my makey-uppy one on just one that already exists. That would be foolish.
That would be very funny. That would
So
be a good use
smart.
of it.
It'd be a rookie mistake, and that would be embarrassing as the rookie.
It'll be down in
Okay,
moves and then basic moves. The first one.
okay. So the read a sitch, yeah. I'm looking at these questions.
Oh, go for it.
This is a weird one, but I'm kind of intrigued. For read a sitch. It says who's in control here? Am I looking at the wrong list?
No, you're not. Petal takes a step back and you scan the scene at a larger scale, right? Not just this wreckage, but the hills surrounding you guys. You start scanning the like general surroundings. And as you scan up and to your right, wait, no, which side's your eye on? Is that on your left side of your face or your right side of your face?
Oh, tits. Oh,
Oh,
I don't
No, it's
I think
boobies.
it's the
now
right
I have to
side of your
commit to
face.
it.
No, wait.
know.
Because you're
No,
running
I don't
the
want to
left
commit
side of
to
your face. It's
boobies.
on the left side of your face, I think.
Boobies was a gag. Oh God.
Yeah, but now it's on the PNG.
It's all a
It's true.
gag.
It's too
Yeah.
late. I
It's
gotta commit.
all a
Yes, I am.
gag. So I'm gonna say you scan up and to your left, because I imagine you follow your more perceptive eye first.
Yeah.
And you scan past the hill that you just came over and behind you. And as you do, as you scan like up and to the left, and to the next hill, you swear you see a shape and then it's gone. It's far enough away. It's the next hill, behind or over to your guys' left, but like a little shadow up at the top of the hill that just disappeared the moment that you sort of looked in its direction. You know that you're being watched. So I'll say that
Don't forget to mark
they're
experience.
seemingly in control there.
Oh, why am I marking experience?
Because you rolled plus sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anytime you roll one of your checked stats, you get to mark experience.
Oh. Okay. My other question I want to use. Can I ask another one right now?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Oh,
What should
ham.
I be looking? What should I be looking for?
Is that seriously a question?
What should I
Yeah.
be on
Yeah.
the lookout for, or are you
Oh,
asking
okay, on the lookout for. Okay.
What should be on the lookout for? Sorry, I don't have the exact wording.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Um,
Might as well ask, you know. I have a chance to
Yeah.
ask God whichever, you know. Maybe I'll
What's the
find
thing
it.
I need to find?
Boy, wait.
Where is it?
Point me to the thing I need.
What should you be on the lookout for? I also think that in answering these questions should advance things a little bit as I try to do it. And what should you be on the lookout for? Let's see. What you see is two larger shapes crest the hill. Silently, though. They crest this hill pretty far off and to the left. Larger shapes, and at first it's difficult to make out what they are. I'm not going to be obtrusive about it, though, because you did roll pretty high on that. Was that another over 10? Was it another 12? Was it 12 this time? Good lord. They are two vehicles, and then you see a third in between them, but just sort of cresting behind. And behind them, some shapes pushing them. They seem to be being pushed up to the top of this hill by these shapes. They are setting up their vehicles facing your team, but they have done so silently because they've like pushed them up the hill.
Y'all, I think we got some company, and I gesture towards the vehicles.
Yeah.
Spicket,
I mean,
I think we should,
it's
but well, I think we should bugger out. I think we should. Is that a thing y'all say here? Bugger out? I don't know. I said it. It just came out of my mouth. Y'all bugger out?
Press
No?
1 for bugger out. Press 2 for Mortal Kombat.
But we've come so far.
Fair.
Do we need to leave
Alright.
already? They're just
Well,
people.
yeah. Fair.
How many people did you see?
I see 3 vehicles. Do they not see it? Are they not seeing it? Is it only me that sees it?
no, I mean, I guess
We
now that
don't
you've
have
pointed out, you
bionic
guys can
eyes.
see,
I guess
what
that's
I
fair.
It's a
have
nose.
described. They're harder to see the like individual peoples. Like you can't make out the details on these vehicles super well in the bright sun, reflecting off them pretty far away with all the heat lines and whatnot. But they are vehicles for sure, and you can see the shapes moving about them. But hard to discern from this distance. But anyone can see
Got it.
scoping that way now that you have spotted it and pointed it out to them. What's your
I mean, 3
last
vehicles.
question?
Do I have to ask it now, or can I save it? Or does it have to be a now situation? I don't know
This
how this
read a
thing
sitch
works.
is at least at a minimum on this situation. It can be directed back at
Got
the
it.
wreck, right? But it is this sitch we are reading.
Okay. Let me. Which enemy is the most vulnerable to me, I guess? Us? Is it to me, or can I say us? It's like a group.
Us work. I mean, yeah, us is great. Us is great.
Oh, I forgot I can make it up. Well, oh well, it's alright. I guess I can't ask. How do I win?
I mean, that isn't really a great, like, reading a
Yeah, I know,
charged
that's not fun.
situation roll, but if you want to make one up,
Oh,
you are
well,
more than welcome to.
Well, can I say, like, how can I get my best advantage over them? Like, is there, like, anything I can do in this exact moment that would give me a
That
1-up?
is a good question,
Because they tried
actually,
to
and
sneak up on me.
I like that, and I think for your 12, I will give that. You know that they are trying to sneak up on you. You don't know that they you don't know if they know you've seen them, but how would they? They're so far away. They're coming in hot. You would imagine that they might be pretty feel pretty confident in their abilities to do so. So at that point, it's just up to you. Do you feel better on the road trying to outpace and fight them that way? Or do you feel comfortable like alerting everyone and trying to lie in wait as a trap? Or moving up ahead and taking a trap? Like, what is this best play to you? I may not know, but at a minimum, they're coming, and they're gonna feel pretty, confident about this, right? They're gonna come in hot and heavy. You could at least get them, I guess, by surprise. No, that doesn't make any sense because once they turn on, you're gonna know they're coming, and then how are you gonna get them by surprise? They're gonna know. To
Unless
get
we
moving
headed
now
back up
before
over
they
the
do.
hill.
I mean, right? That feels like the best move to me. Actually, is that once they get going, they're going to be moving quick. But if you can get your team gathered and maybe up ahead and out of sight, you might be able to either set up a trap or escape at a minimum.
Aha, I was right with the bugger out. Let's do that.
All right. So are you going to let us know?
Oh, sorry, I forget that
I
y'all.
guess you have pointed it out. So
I mean, y'all
I
can
guess-
see it, and I just said let's leave, so I did say that.
yeah.
And I said, press 1 for let's leave, and press 2
Okay.
for
I press
brutal
1.
combat.
Yeah. Press 1. All right. Everybody
Did we
back
figure out what we
into the
needed to figure
dildo.
out here?
Decam size.
Well,
and
who's saying that we can't like come back? Or is this worth staying and fighting whatever this is? 3
I
vehicles
think
seems like a lot of
figured out
people.
we don't want to die here.
Because is this apocalypse a brutal world? I don't know.
Is the apocalypse a brutal world?
Is this like a Mad Max Fury Road situation?
Well, they took out
Desert
the water
road
bearer's
vehicles.
vehicle, which is pretty ballsy. We don't know that it's the same group, but somebody took out the water bearer vehicle, which is that's something you don't do lightly.
Yeah, it's
That's true. Yeah.
sacrilege.
And somebody did mean things to me, so I guess it's not nice.
There are mean people in the world. That's true.
Yeah.
If they don't have flamethrowers, Dill's not super afraid of them.
Still, they could have.
We came out here for a reason, right? Why did we come out here to investigate this crash? Have we investigated it?
Haven't had the
I mean,
moment.
I was investigating it, and then I saw us about to get jumped. So then now this is what's happening. Because we can go back to investigating, but then it defeats the purpose of me noticing that we are about to get jumped.
I will give Spicket and Dill a role of some kind because I did say that while she was, starting to scan the area, at a wider scale, but
yeah, that's true.
Up to the MC's discretion. Is there a way for me to stretch my eyeballs? I don't know that I can. I don't know that there's any way for me to like contort myself to see better. I don't think I'm a cartoon character, but I don't think I'm that much of a cartoon character.
Just walks up to Dill and points. Just like
I wanna know. I wanna like. Here's the thing, Dill. As far as where Dill's at, we came out here for a reason. It doesn't feel like we've accomplished that purpose. These people are now in our way. I want to check. I want to try and scope somehow if they have flamethrowers, specifically flamethrowers. If they don't have flamethrowers, then I'm gonna go and quote unquote distract them, and we can figure out what. Is that a thing I can do?
Is what a thing?
See. Is there any sort of move?
Can you seduce them?
Let's
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Okay,
Na-na.
no, here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Because Dill, it seems like a time of need and Dill doesn't know what to do, and so we're gonna roll plus weird to
Oh,
try
yeah.
and get some kind of feeling, some kind of Sherlock Holmesian intuition about all of this that didn't quite come from us. That's a 9.
I don't. Oh no! I hit my thing. I'm sinking. I hit
Oh, no.
the arm in my chair and I started falling, and then I fell
The
onto
weight
the
of
thing, hitting
MC
it.
truly
Yeah, it
is
was no good.
heavy.
Weird. 9. Weird. Weird. Can you? I like you being able to use your weird body. So with a 9, I'll give you that you know that your eyes are the hard ones. So you can like zoom them in a bit. You can elongate your ocular tunnels.
All right, sure.
And
Oh, yeah.
zoom in a bit, but if you do, you're not going to be able to use that eye for a bit. So you're going to be like one-eyed until it's going to take longer to go back because it's not him doing it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's really just die or don't die for Dill, so I think that's fine. We can do this one-eyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Spigot, I think you're still the only one to see this, see Dill's weirdness yet, because Petal's probably watching this scenario still. I guess she's just pointed out. She might be checking you out. I don't know. But Dill's eye just sort of telescopes out of his face by about 4 or 5 inches and slowly, and then to a soft round point, his pupil dilated in on the center of it.
I think this takes effort, so I do think
Does this
Dill's
make
kind
a
of is like,
sound? Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's probably a soft, subtle squishing that's like a long squeak, squish down the way. Anyway,
veins pop on Dill's neck and head.
I think for doing that and for that for sure, you can see that they are just battening down the hatches on these pretty ratty vehicles. They seem like really beat up. The tires are wide but pretty bare. Piecemeal built to scrap, but they're they seem to be like tight, almost tightening down belts that seem to be holding on parts of the car and like checking the tires. But you don't see. Flamethrowers always come with a pack of some kind. There's always a big backpack that is accompanied. Flamethrowers, I think, that you've seen, just to give it an easy piece to see this, or even a large handheld piece to funnel all that through, and you don't see any of that, any of the just like bigger piece of machinery that a flamethrower really kind of comes with. No one walking around with the backpacks on or anything like that, so you feel
Then I think I'm gonna. I'll say. Bill doesn't know what all of this, and he gestures at the crash site, is about. But they're in the way, right? We'll deal with it. And without waiting for response, he sort of gallops off on all fours.
Wow.
Gallops off on all fours.
That's quite
What
a
a
sight. With
statement.
one elongated eyeball, he gallops away on all fours.
And I have a plan, but if we want to like investigate the crash site and such before or not, whatever.
I don't know this happened yet.
Yeah, I'm guessing the investigation or whatever would have happened while Petal was zooming in. So that would have happened before this next action, right?
Yeah. Your time to investigate was while I was like, wait a minute, I think somebody's watching
But
us.
did we do it? Have we done it?
I think at this point, well, one, I also was curious, which side are you looking out at, Lawrence? Because basically that stuff is on one side, and then the crash light's on the other side of the vehicle. Just to be curious about which side you're
the door
camera-ing.
hinges. The door hinges towards the crash site, so I'm looking at the crash site.
Okay, cool.
It's the perfect vehicle.
Then one of you can give me a check roll on the like crash site itself. Now that I kind of suckered Grace's away into a more dangered situation, but
we can just put a pause in it, that's fine.
I'm gonna
Is
make
this like a read a sitch? Is this like a sharp kind of thing?
yeah, I would
investigate?
say it is like a sharp kind of thing.
I'm gonna do another weird roll. I'm gonna do another things speak roll. Because I'm examining things, and it is sort of what my character does. I rolled a 7, so I get another question. What has been done most recently with this or to this?
Ooh.
And what are you this speaking to?
The crashed vehicle.
Which one? There are two.
The one closest to me that I can see the most clearly. Was it shot by a gun? Was it exploded with a bomb? Did it get wet wrong?
Did it get wet wrong?
Don't
It-
like.
Ooh. Okay. Grace, roll me a. Give me a second. You're gonna roll a dice here. A different dice.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a d12. Or no, sorry, roll your 2d6 like normal. I like a 2d6.
That's a 5 and a 4, a 9.
Okay. What you see on this shell of a vehicle, actually on both of them, peppered all over the front of them, both tires on the both sets of front tires are both popped. You can see the veer of how they crashed into each other, seemingly maybe a few, say 15 feet back. You can see impact marks where they may have hit each other in the van, seemingly same time. But you can see all these pepper. You can see all of these pepper hole pop marks all over the front, little indents in the metal, most of which pierce straight through, but some of which don't. There isn't much there still in the way of telling you exactly what could have done this, except in a couple of them. There are a couple holes where the bullet itself just pierced into the metal, but didn't go all the way through. At a point in which the car was turning or skidding, it struck, and the bullet is still in the metal. They are large bullets. Yeah. I think even scoping out actually on the ground in that quick moment, you can see the pretty, massive bullet casings. Probably from a belt-fed gun. think that they're big bullet casings.
Well, that's not good.
Hold on.
Big old bullet
I don't-
casings.
I don't like big bullets.
No. I mean,
No.
even if you are invincible, big bullets take a chunk out you.
How big are they?
How big are they?
How big are they? Oh. No, they're like they're like 20 millimeter rounds, so just a bunch of bullet casings all over the ground. And the bullets themselves, I guess you don't see them in the metal because it's just using like smaller rounds. But there's a bunch of them all over the ground and all these pop marks and dents in the front of the two of these vehicles.
Did you say 20
20
millimeter? That's a big round.
That's
That's
a
more than
giant
double a 9mm pistol.
Oh fuck! I was
Yeah, man.
literally thinking 9mm when I even read
That's a
20 millimeter out
Okay.
loud.
That's a big old bullet.
So yes, I was right initially when I was thinking of the size of these things. They're like
Big old
Yeah.
chonker
bullet.
casings. Yeah, they're like
Belt-
chonker
belt
casings.
fed 20 mil? That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Is that like a truck gun or like a
Yeah,
boat
oh,
gun?
yeah. Not quite a. I mean, you could have one on a boat, but it's less of a boat gun.
Oh, like a
Probably not a
small
boat
boat
because
gun.
we're in the
Okay,
desert.
big truck gun
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Significant for sure.
They big.
I don't want to fight that.
Well, no, it's okay. No. This has some
I
variants
do.
even use 9mm, and I think I agree that a 20mm round is not going to leave small pop marks and maybe quote unquote dents in the front of a car. It's
that would take
ripping
me
it
a
in
lot
half.
to
Yeah. So I like
20
the
millimeter
9mm.
caliber is a specific size of popular autocannon ammunition.
Damn.
Yeah, no. That's yeah. There's a variant that uses 9mm.
Yeah.
Think more
Yeah.
like Gatling gun, right?
Okay.
A lot
Yeah.
of little bullets.
Less like truck mounted building ripper.
Mhm.
Although we need to find one of those. We need a truck mounted building ripper for
We all do.
the Dilgo. Yeah.
Yeah, we
If
need
you
a
can find
gun
me-
to match the size of the dildo.
If you can
You
find me
oh
a
to
gun,
match.
I will
Yeah.
put it on
I was gonna say you
I
have
will
a
put
gun.
it on the vehicle. And find me one and come back in one piece.
I think with that there is a sound from deep behind you guys. Now you know where the folks are.
It's the grunts of Dill.
The grunts of Dill. Oh, it is, I guess, the grunts of Dill off. And Dill, you hear the sounds. You're galloping away towards towards the folks up the hill. Yeah.
Yeah, the plan is to go up there, and one of the things that I can do with my horrible body is that I can use the 10 plus effect from Go Aggro. I can impress, dismay, or frighten my enemy without rolling. And so I was just going to sort of do a Cronenberg at them, just kind of, tendrils and awful, bits, and just try and scare them off real quick.
As
Or
a
at
part
least,
of your Go
dismay and
Aggro?
distract them. Yeah, it's part of my Inhuman Flexibility perk.
I'm dismayed and distracted from way back here.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I can impress, dismay, and frighten someone without using Seize by Force to do it. Oh, I guess it's Seize by Force, not Go Aggro.
Oh, interesting. So
You can make me act under fire to do it if it's weird enough, which this is pretty weird.
or to move while contorted.
Yes.
That's very
Though that wasn't part of my
interesting.
plan.
No, right. I will say that you know that it wants to be the most extreme because as you go to do this thing, you hear the rips of their engines kick into life, a loud sputtering, just hammering engine that they seem to be revving to no end, not like a vroom vroom, right, but that like loud slapping hammering engine as they all rip to life and start getting ready and revving up. What do you do with your body? And I do think you are acting under fire with this, but I
Okay.
do like the idea of the ability, and you know,
Act under fire is
depending on what you do and how you do it.
cool. What? I don't actually see that. Oh, there it is. Do something under fire.
Do something under fire.
Cool.
Interesting.
Okay. Is Dill cool? Are you cool? You're a little cool. Oh no, you're not. That's a 4. I might be temporarily debilitated here.
I gotta save our banana.
Let's think about this. Dill.
Run over by 3 cars does feel like it could approach 11 harm.
Oh man. Okay, here's what I'll give
Here's
you.
my
Well,
goal.
what do you do?
What I was going for
physically.
I was going for tendrils and wide. I wanted a big wide dill screen to sort of spook them, you know, wide stretched out face on the front of it, and then, you know, wavy. I want my fingers all stretched out so I have spookily ookily.
Like Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, you know, just kind of as bad as I can make myself look, really. To try and spook them, but I rolled a 4.
You did. You do this and you get definitely bigger. You guys definitely see it also from the other side. Spicket, Pedal, and D-Ham, if he pops open the other door to poke the camera out real quick on the situation, can see Dill increase in size. Wide and tall and flat, and his fingers kind of suck into the side of him and elongate, or like his hands do, but his fingers elongate and thicken, and these just nasty tendrils kind of whipping about. Dill, each movement of the tendril is like a crack and a dislocation of like a different bone to get it to be able to do that. And you can feel the popping, but it only feels as much as like a popping of your knuckle. Like, I don't think in this moment does it feel like you've just dislocated them all. Gotta dislocate them all.
Nah, they go back together just fine usually.
On a 4
and makes a puking
is
noise.
the kind of times where maybe not all of them do.
All the things in his
Well,
stomach drop
yeah,
out.
the 4, yeah. Yeah.
But I think with this, these cars that flare to life, they whip down the hill in front of you. They are not moving in necessarily a straight line. They're going incredibly quick, but they're sliding almost to the side as they go, and then their back hits a point in which they're sideways and they spin around the other way, and now they're facing you again, and they keep coming, and they're using like the full space of Savannah to continuously do these little spins and maneuvers in between and amongst one another, the three of them kind of working in conjunction, sort of defying the main driving mechanics. But they're coming down. I think as they get to Dill, this is enough to pop 2 of them off, I think, but one is going to just jet right past, but 2 of them are going to come into a spin around Dill, spinning in a circle, Almost, but like nose to him the whole time. And then they come to a stop.
Do I?
Lights flashing at you.
The 4?
There's only 3 of these cars. One of them has jet right past though, and
Oh,
is
God,
vroom, vroom,
God,
vroom,
God,
vroom,
God.
vroom, you know, skidding
Right.
down and sliding to the side, coming up on the Dilgo. The ones around Dill, I'm gonna deal with first, because they have come to a stop. I think you can hear from these rattling engines, or behind the rattling engines, the clicks and clacks of guns being prepared. You know, the thing you think, you know that they would always do long before this moment, but like they're always doing in the moment right now, like right when they've come on screen. Their guns would have been loaded and already cocked before this moment, but of course, now is the moment that you're hearing the clicky clacky of the.
One of them is saying, "Lock and load, boys!"
I mean, around Dill, they're quiet. They seem. Dill, you can feel the nervous air. No one quite knows what to do with what's in front of them.
I mean, does Dill have an opportunity to do something?
What would you do? Yes, I will. They because you've stopped them. I'll give you an opportunity to do something. I think with the 4 on your weird to do this, you're just gonna take a harm. That way we can move it forward, and your bones will snap back into place as we go. But we don't need to like jam you in this.
A-okay by me.
One of your eyes doesn't work, and you know that your hand is not going to go back. Your right hand is not going to like go back into place. It's going to take a while to snap properly back in and stop hurting. But
Okay, that's probably fine.
is the shape of Dill at the moment, right?
Yeah. Instead, we're gonna go hard. We're gonna use our inhuman strength and reflexes. +1 choice or +1 hold after my roll is wild. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with +2 to my roll. We're gonna they're both, the cars are both facing me, yeah?
Yeah, they've come they're
We're
pointed at you.
We've come back in, we're gonna just punch both fists out into the driver's seats of both cars.
Bring all of Dill in and push them out both sides.
Mm-hmm,
I love it.
Exactly. Like a bunch of springs, and we're gonna roll hard +4.
Hard +4. Oh, because you're +2 and you're adding +2.
7 + 4 is 11.
Ooh. Yeah.
You inflict
I guess
+1,
that's go
+2
aggro?
harm or add AP
Wait.
to your attack.
No,
that would
that's
be go aggro, yeah.
No, maybe it's lay down fire.
Is that in our tactical moves?
I'm trying to figure out what the combat move is.
Oh yeah, no, that is go aggro. That's the main go aggro. Lay down fire is going to be like using a gun.
Seized by force fields actually the most harm.
But it going aggro is that you have made it clear what you want and what you'll do to him. No, I can see. I can see why yeah.
Yeah, because I'm straight up inflicting harm right here.
Yeah, you are. Hold on. No, yeah, go aggro is literally attacking somebody. That is it can just
Okay.
on a 10 plus they can just, you know, like you basically can end the fight or you
It's not-
can Are you taking their cars, securing your hold on their cars? You don't have hold on their cars. Is there a way
I
that
was
seize by force is fitting?
putting my seizing by force, I suppose. I was mostly looking at the effects there. I'm inflicting terrible harm. Certainly, and then I suppose I would probably be impressing, dismaying, and frightening my enemy.
Yeah. Roll seize by force. I will fold it in.
Yeah, that's plus hard. So 11.
Oh, that was the 11. Okay. Yeah. Choose 3, and you said you're gonna inflict terrible harm, impress, dismay, or frighten, and suffer little harm, or take definite hold.
Yeah, probably suffer a little harm. I don't have a thing I'm really taking hold of exactly.
I agree.
The drivers of the car. If I had thought maybe I could be trying to take hold of the wheel, but I'm really just being aggressive.
It's in character, I would say.
Yep.
And you don't like explosions, do you?
Not a huge fan. No.
Explosions
I would
usually
say
come
that
with fire.
my bodily fluids are super flammable, including my sweat.
Okay.
Ooh. Makes sense, I guess. Awful.
Yep.
I'm trying to tie it all together in a cool deal way. You slam your hands out. I don't really need to do that. You pull all of your tendrils and your big body back into itself and shoot it out the sides towards the fronts of these cars. Your tendrils still coming out from the core of your body one goes through the windshield and into the driver of the car and squishes outwards, locking itself up in the wheel. And the other goes directly into the engine, pinpointing straight through and into some parts, and rips back out with a piece of the engine, the whole thing just sort of sputtering down as you do. And you can see, like, immediately oil just drips out of the bottom. And let's see. The passenger next to the guy that you have just pierced straight through, goes to shove the driver out of the driver's seat. He reaches over and tries to push the driver out, but I think he pushes him out, but your tendril's still just holding him on. So it's like gumming in there. It's like gumming him up in there. Either way, he tries to climb over and get into the driver's seat and not run you over, you see, but back out. And I think if you see him backing away, you probably let go of the driver so that you're not, like, brought along with him. Unless you
Certainly,
try
yeah.
to hold on for any reason.
Nah, Dill's not here to go for a ride. The original plan was to get them to run away before killing them, but this is also fine.
This guy is going to run away with his car. The other dude is like hitting the back of his seat and he's like, let's get out of here. That's horrible. I'm not dealing with this. Dill, you're wide. The other engine, one of them in the car has kicked open the back door and is sprinting off up the hill because no one really knows what to do about a monster out here. The other one, though, the driver has gotten out and is like shakily pointing a gun at you because he doesn't. I guess his body is choosing fight in this moment. But behind Dill,
Okay.
the other three of you see this car sliding and skidding to the side. You see a body sit up out of the passenger window and sort of lean out as the car is whipping back and forth. And they have an assault rifle and it's aimed at your group.
I throw a knife at him.
You throw a knife at him.
Hard.
Go aggro on him.
All
Most
right.
of this is just about doing your knife's damage. Or is it do something under fire? If you have a precision thing you're trying to do with throwing your knife at him under fire, if you're throwing a knife at him to cause damage, going aggro.
I think I want to hit them in the trigger fingering hand. I'm gonna make it precision. I want him to be sliding out. He thinks he's all cool. He gets a knife in the hand and he drops his gun. Uh-oh. And if he picks up his gun, something's gonna happen. We'll see. But I rolled a 12 total because whenever I act under pressure, I roll plus weird instead of cool.
Oh, of course you do.
I
Act
rolled
under
a 4.
pressure. Whenever you do something under fire. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sometimes I've messed up the names back and forth. That's on me.
Under fire, yeah. Under pressure. Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Man, well, you do it. Plus 10. It you throw a knife out, the door busts open, and a knife fling and hits as the car is skidding to give this leaner the broadside. They're just gonna one arm across you guys spray. The knife connects with the hand as the first couple bullets go off. Obviously before, right? They got to start before and whip it across. First couple bullets, knife hits hand. Assault rifle goes tumbling. The person clutches their hand to their chest and tries to do a sit-up, right, to pull themselves back into the car. Car still just skidding back and forth. They reach their hand in as if they're feeling for fumbling for something on the inside. The car is getting closer to you guys all the same. You see the big deal shape behind this car now come in and shoot out to the sides going into those cars. On the on the behind of it.
I hate that. It's bad to see.
Pedal or Spigot, do either of you have a response to this as he's dropped his gun? They're closing in now about 30 feet. The car does not seem like it is stopping. It's gonna seemingly just come right at your at the Dilgo, broadsiding it.
I'm gonna run for the
And get
Dilgo and
impaled
see
on
if
the
I can get it
spikes?
out of the way. Yeah, I mean it
That
could
is
run
where
into the
they are
spikes,
driving
but
directly at it, even with the spikes on it. Yes.
I would try and move. I don't know how quickly I can get in and move it, but that would be my go-to because I don't want us to be stranded out here.
That is a do something under fire for sure. Running back, you sprint back to the Dilgo and try to hop in so that they don't broadside it.
That is a 7 plus 2 is 9. Oh. On a 7 and 9, I flinch, hesitate, or stall.
Water. Flinch, hesitate, or stall. What do you do?
So maybe I was too
What do you
eager
do?
to get it moving, and I stall the dilgo.
Oh, instead you stall the dilgo itself.
Yeah.
That's a fun twist.
Yeah, I like
I
that twist.
I
A whole
clicked
lot.
the fourth pedal. The
Yeah.
fourth pedal makes it stall.
At least when it freshly turned on, seemingly in idle, the fourth pedal stalls it out, and you hear the engine sputter, and you're trying to get it back on, but it's doing a little flipping, and you've not heard it do this in a second. Dill, you can hear off behind that other rip roaring engine your dilgo trying to sputter to life. Floop, 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 floop. You get it going, though. Up and running, you in the vehicle. Pedal, I imagine you've run up and jumped in as well. It'd be silly to
Yeah.
be left unless you're hiding for a cool reason.
No. I have
Sick.
0 cool.
We've jumped. That's good. Plus 0. Cool. We've jumped into the dilgo, and this car skidding up to side by side, and then just on a dime spinning around yet again and nose to nose with the dilgo, keeping you back up against this hill. You're gonna need to do some of that, like back up, forward, to like if they were to park there. You were ready to go to get out straight, but the engine stalled, and they whipped around in a neck-breaking manner. The force, it looks like the car almost like flips, but it's low to the ground and just comes up a bit and stops like right in front of yours. The person still
Does this
clutching their...
car have a windshield?
It does.
Okay. No further questions.
Person still clutching their hand to their chest has pulled out a handgun and is now pointing it down into the windshield. And they say, "Turn off the vehicle!"
I throw a knife at him.
Fuck!
He says,
dude.
"Turn off the vehicle," and I throw a knife at him.
Just to disable his
8.
other hand. You have an 8.
I got an 8.
You hit his hand, but in doing so, he does fire off the gun once before dropping it, and Spicket is gonna get shot if you hit his hand. I guess I'll give you the choice. We will hit his hand,
Yes, 100%.
but Spicket will get shot. He will drop the gun.
No consequences for me. Yes.
He was pointing it at Spigot all along. I'm sorry, you're in the driver's seat. Spigot, you get shot by a gun. That's
Better
our
getting
first
shot
damage.
twice.
Is there what's
Who knows
the
what
harm?
he could have done?
Show me what's cool shit. Grappling, kids throwing rocks. That's not that.
It's definitely
Spigot.
him throwing a rock.
I'll give you a moment to react, but I'm gonna give you like a minus. Well, yeah, I'm gonna give you a -1 to it because this knife came out of nowhere. You weren't expecting him to fire. He told you to turn off the engine. Seems like you were about to talk.
Well, yeah, I was, but that didn't go well. So if is that doing something under fire? Literally, if I have a moment to react.
Yeah. If you're just like dodging
You're
to the
literally under
side, right?
fire.
Or
Yeah,
dodging out of the
I'm
vehicle.
I'm going to attempt to kind of lean down into the center so I'm below the windshield.
Get below the engine block.
And that is
With a -1.
9, 10, 11, so that's a 10.
You do it.
Hell
The gun
yeah.
does go off, it
Consequences
shatters the
31.
windshield, but you are down. The glass kind of showers on top of you. I don't think that's any damage because you did it. And now he's clutching both hands to his chest, and you poke your head back up. He does not have a gun. Well, I guess I don't want to say you poke your head back up. You disappeared your head. D-Ham is still looking out. Pedal, are you in the passenger? Where did you dive into the vehicle? Did you get into the vehicle?
Yeah.
What's your plan?
If we were, I mean, I think I would just whatever door was open, I would have gotten into it. So probably like one of the side. Is this
Back
in
door.
my head for some reason? I'm picturing a minivan. I don't know why. It's not a minivan.
It's like a food truck.
Food truck. Yeah.
Yep.
So
It
I hopped
probably
in.
would have been the back door.
I hopped
Yeah,
into the
back
back
door. I
door.
didn't close that. I didn't close that when I got out to investigate. No chance.
Oh yeah, I guess there isn't side doors. It's a back door, and then there's probably like a window
There's
shutter.
the window that you can dive through. If you want
Yeah.
to dive through the window shutter.
That's probably closed. I don't. That sounds like a owie.
We could drive with it
And
open. Do we want
there's
to
a door
get
that's
that
open.
cannon?
So why would I not? Why would I go through a closed window when I could just go through an open back door?
Be a
Okay,
lot
come on
cooler
now.
if you did.
Be a lot
I've got
cooler if you
amnesia,
did.
not brain damage. Come on now. All right.
That's fair. You don't
Can
want
I
to risk a second concussion.
Yeah, you don't want to wish
Can
amnesia
I-
to Electric Boogaloo.
Can
Then
I
you won't even
see
remember
the
that you forgot
driver
about
at all? Like the guy that shot Spigot?
Yes, yeah. In this moment, they are both hands clutched their chest because they've been just all fucked up with knives. They got knives in the back of both of them. They haven't taken them out yet. They're trying to like get back into the car without like grabbing on right, but they're struggling. You can see the driver
anybody
fumbling
else-
for something, right? You imagine probably a gun, right? But there's a driver fumbling for something in the windshield.
D-Ham is
Yeah.
gonna pop out from the passenger seat, and he's gonna say, "Press 1 to put your hands up. Press 3 and I'll put my hands up."
And he kicks open the door and points a gun at you.
I throw a knife at him.
Yeah, okay. Is the goal still the same? Just drop the gun? Okay, love it.
Yes.
Incredible.
We only got, I mean, if I succeed here, it's only one more knife to go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press 2 for knife in your hand.
Flinch, hesitate, or stall. Offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. No, I think in this one it's just a worse outcome. Your knife hits him. How much harm is that? How much harm
Great
are your
question.
knives? Because I should mark that for the other guy as well.
Let's find out. Gear. 2 harm. I throw them very hard.
They're each 2 harm?
2 harm.
Damn.
The other dude is not getting out of the car. That's for sure. It's not that he's dead. He just would never want to fight another 2 harm. You know. This guy is gonna get got in the leg. He is gonna take a knee, but he is gonna just shoot you with his gun. That's gonna be 2 harm for you as well as it hits your chassis.
And armor works in this game how?
Just a flat subtraction.
Cool.
Does it stick in you or does it bounce off?
I think it penetrates, but it rattles around inside of my chest cavity.
It doesn't go all the way through. It's you have the bullet now.
yeah. You hear it shoot like a plate inside of me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Pink.
And then I dive.
Oh, like a delayed. That's awesome. I love it. Then you dive. And he takes a knee, and he looks around at you. You've dove. He's not too far out of the driver's seat to the car. He's going to, let's see, make a dive back into the driver's seat and attempt to go, because at this much harm, the average person just don't want to do it anymore. And you have proven to be quite good with throwing these knives, having not missed.
3 for 3.
Yeah. So they are just going to try to dip. Seemingly, this has gone bad. You haven't missed, and you've just done exactly what
I
you
went
want
aggressive.
to do.
We both went aggressive, and nothing. No one's worse for wear, really.
Yeah, not really. But he's gonna dive back into the seat, and the two of them are gonna try to get out of here unless anyone is going to attempt to do anything to stop them.
Spicket is going to sit back up, having drawn his weapon out from under his cloak.
Oh yeah,
And
from below. Love it.
Yep.
What is your weapon?
I was just gonna see if I
9
recognize them.
millimeter. 9 millimeter.
Okay. Is there a recognize
Is this familiar
of any
to me?
kind thing?
Well, there's like a read a person, but I don't know if that was.
Yeah, let's see. What do they intend to do? What do they wish I do? How do I get your character to? Why don't you just give me a weird roll? That feels like a. Because you're trying to parse the amnesia of it, right? I imagine is what you're kind of like. Do I know this person? Does this person know me, basically?
That's 7 plus 1 is 8. So if I failed, I have my experience.
8 is not a failure. It is a middle ground.
Oh.
It's sort of 6
success.
and below is a failure. Yeah, it's like a mixed success. You don't know. You're distracted, I think, in this moment with that mixed success. You don't recognize them, but something about this vehicle that's not totally burnt to shit is like drawing your eye. You're like scanning it. Something about that vehicle is familiar.
Okay. All right, and then Mike got out his gun. I'm not sure what.
And then I pulled out my gun.
Yeah. That's right. And I'm gonna go bang bang at the bad guy.
I pull out my Magnum.
Yeah. So is.
Yeah, sorry, this would be go aggro. Are you shooting? You're just shooting at the driver of the vehicle?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the driver.
Yeah, for sure. Just
So what is so that's a hard, right? That's just a hard roll. Yeah, that's not ideal.
I feel like
that's a 7. It was an 8, but I'm -1.
I'm so sorry. What did you roll?
I rolled an 8, but I'm -1, so it's a net of 7.
A 7. They can choose one of the above or one of the following. I think that this is on the wrong thing. I don't know why. It is not making any sense. Like, why would you do those bits? And then all of the more info I've put below it is like 7 to 9 is a hit. I just don't. Change the course or give ground. Okay. Back off calmly, hands where you can see. Your shot is going to miss, breaking their windshield. But you can see now full and clear that they are frightened and that they are trying to back out to escape. Right? They are not arming themselves. That doesn't mean that you can't just shoot them. You have done more damage to their vehicle too.
Yeah, I would shoot at them again when it's to me again. I don't want to hold up action just for my
sure.
shootout,
I'm gonna slip back over to Dill. Dill, you've killed a driver. That guy is leaving you've killed the car, and 2 of those guys are getting out, and one has run, and the other is shakily pointing a gun at you. And he's about to fire. Like, damage is the next thing coming, but what would you do before he fires his gun at you, or would you just let him shoot you? I only ask because I know that you can, like, you're like there's
Yeah, like
something could be weird
bullets
about it.
aren't really a huge
Right.
problem for Dill. They're annoying more than anything. I think I'm gonna try and get him to run away again. I think we're gonna try and scare him off again. Now that there's just one guy here. I killed his car. I killed some of his guys. Like, you're just a dude. Don't shoot me. It's gonna be fine. Like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pick a spot, I don't know, somewhere in my midriff where I don't know, probably where some important organs aren't, or move them out of the way or whatever. And I'm just gonna kind of open a hole in myself, or like make a divot or whatever.
Yeah. That's a nasty thing. You are.
I don't know. I'm just trying to scare him off again. I'm trying to
Should try throwing a
and
knife
there's not
at
like an
this.
intimidate. All I can throw are these hands,
I
and
still
these hands
think
are
it's this.
death.
I mean, this go aggro. I think hits this roll plus hard for this one, because this is like, there is like leaving as a part of these rolls, right?
On it.
This is a response to having taken some
Going aggro. It's a plus hard roll, so I can add +4. So that's another 11.
Yeah. They cave and do what you want in this case, which is running away. You want him to run away, you do that. She drops her gun, I'll say in this case, because I just blanket use he, and I don't need to do that. She drops her gun and sprints off after her friends into the hills, up over and in the direction you guys came from. You imagine they'll try to meet up here in a minute, as this car goes to back away. But Spicket,
Dill's gonna go suck on the engine
it's gonna go suck on the
that
engine
he
of the one
punched
he
a hole
blew up.
in.
Does anyone want to do anything else in Spigot's car before he pulls the trigger again?
Oh shit, there was other stuff going on.
Could throw a
Yeah,
knife at
behind
him.
you hear a gunshot, and you turn around to see the window kind of shatter out of that other car. That car is backing up, and
as soon as the window
Spigot
shatters out, that's when I'm gonna throw another knife.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. Both of you, why don't both of you just do it at like the same time? Because pulling a trigger, easy.
Yeah.
Throwing
Is
a
mine
knife,
aggro or
easy.
under pressure anymore? Which one?
Um,
Because under fire is actually better for me most of the time.
doing something under fire is
I don't know if throwing a knife at a fleeing enemy counts
I think
now.
the do something under fire is the generic, like, we can make it that roll probably, because I like that is the most, the response from this.
If it's
I need
under
to
fire,
read back
I've
over
got a
and see
9.
which one is the generic one, but I do think it's under fire at 9. Okay, you flinch, hesitate, or stall. What about you, Spigot?
Am I still going aggro, or at
I'm
this
gonna leave
point
it up
is
to
this...
I'm gonna leave it up to you guys on which one you want to do. They just each, like, do something under fire is a little bit more generic in general.
I felt bad. I readied the knife and then
aggro
I didn't throw it.
is a little bit like a bit more forceful in changing things forcefully, right?
Yeah, and I would say this is still aggro. I got shot at, so I'm firing back.
Yep.
So in that case, it's a 10, but I'm -1, so that is a 9.
You are going to shoot, I think both of you. And what did you get, Lawrence? Sorry?
A 9. I flinched.
A 9.
or
Both of you got
hesitated.
9s, yeah.
I felt bad whenever I readied my knife. I was like,
I think the knife is going to, like, nick the driver's shoulder. I think that Spigot, your bullet, is going to go into the engine, and you guys can hear that that has affected something in the engine. There's a clunk that immediately kind of picks up, but the car is still running. They are going to back off quickly. Not it says back off calmly, hands where you can see, but it's more sort of a foot down jetting out of here kind of situation. And with their driving, though damaged, they are able to still maintain some of their spins and turns with his non-hurt shoulder as they whip off and around the end of the hill, leaving you guys with one damaged vehicle left behind, and a gun, actually, I did say. To a pistol, and we'll say an Uzi was dropped at some point along that point, that path that they drove, thanks to DDaD.
Yoink.
Nice.
But to make sure that we can hit our history questions, we're just going to quickly zoom out on that scene in the wake of this, having scared off most of them, killed the ones we couldn't, and damaged a vehicle that we can check out if we need to. Okay. Good combat. You guys are
Excellent.
going to go around and say if the history... What is the history? Let me find it. Fuck. I had it here.
Just learn something new, I think.
Yes. Session end. Choose one character that knows you better than they used to. In order, which the order is me, Theodore, Lawrence, Mike, Grace. So, Theodore, you first. Who knows you better than they used to, if anyone?
Ugh.
Who had the best view of my dill fight? Actually, I don't know.
Mike saw your eyes. Mike saw your eyes.
Yeah,
through your
The
thing.
eyeball thing. The eyeball thing is about as wild. Like the dill fight was up on the hill while you guys were being shot at, but the eyeball thing was right there. Who?
Yeah.
Mike, you had an upfront seat to that.
Yes,
You get a
that
+1.
was me.
Still
Alright.
the only one to see that nastiness up close and personal. Squeesh. Also, this whole fight, instead you have one good working eye. Your other eye is still like halfway out, still slowly going back in.
And it's not like it's not cartoon. It's not like stuck. It's like droop.
It went out and then it just kind of drooped down, and now it's kind of useless. It's just looking at the ground. It isn't helpful.
I can't like just. It takes so much effort to get it to stick out like that. I can't keep it like that.
Yeah, it's like flexing a muscle. You can't
Oh,
constantly flex a
man.
muscle.
Lawrence, does anyone know you better
I
than
have to flex
they
all of my
used
eye
to?
socket muscles.
Spigot. I think Spigot and I had a moment of violence that we had together, and that was
Yeah.
really enjoyable.
Okay.
I had no idea that DHam was capable of knife throwing like that.
Did you say
I'm
at some point
capable
you
of-
only had one more knife?
No, I never said that. I said it would take one more knife to disable all 4 hands if
Okay.
if I had landed every hand shot.
That's what I thought. I was like, one more knife? No way.
No. You guys will never guess how many knives I have in here.
Truly.
30.
Not even close.
I guess that puts it at me, and I would say really besides seeing Dylan running for it, really the only one I interacted with was DHam in our moments of violence. So I would say that was reciprocal. So that's a +1 to DHam.
Mm-hmm. Pedal.
I mean, I don't really do much. I noticed stuff,
You
but I don't think
scoped.
that really revealed anything about myself.
Mm-mm.
Besides the fact that I noticed things.
Who gets a
I've
minus?
got but I got a bionic eye, so like duh. I mean, I talked to DHam. That's something. Maybe it's a
Talk to
minus.
DM.
I don't know. This wasn't a pedal heavy episode, so I don't.
I still have
Who
your hold
who?
in this marked. It says if we ever start with 3 hold, I have to immediately do one. But I'm holding on to them until I line it up better, or until I'm forced to
Hell yeah.
by the thing.
Oh yeah, I think minus would be probably Dill, I guess.
-2 for Dill.
Sorry, Dill.
Yeah, if any of that brought anyone to +4, you get to get an experience and bring it back to 0, which is cool.
I'm 1 away.
Did anyone level
1
up?
away from the level.
I did.
Oh, I leveled up.
With my acts of violence, I leveled up.
Oh shit!
I am 1 away from level up. Wah.
Theodore, I am almost certain you should have leveled up this time around. Pretty sure you
Actually,
had 4
I was
leading
2
up to
away at
this
start
level.
of. Nah, I had 3 because I marked
Okay.
1 this app, but I do actually think I rolled a fail and also plus weird. Do I get experience on failures, or is that a different game?
Yeah, no, you do. You get experience on failures.
Okay, no, okay.
Yeah, you rolled
then
a
I also
4.
leveled up.
Whenever you roll on a
Plus,
tag
I
gun,
rolled plus weird, and I failed.
Yeah, you get an experience every time you roll a checked stat.
got it. And confirmation, just so I am playing this correctly. I have the spooky intense part of my character class. Whenever I do something under fire, I roll plus weird instead of roll plus cool. Does that count as rolling plus cool?
No, that would count as not.
Okay,
That would
then
count
I
as
am
rolling weird.
then I am actually not close to leveling up.
Okay, yeah, that is not
I am never going to level up. Because anytime
you
I would
erased
fail a
do
the
bunch.
cool.
anytime I would do the cool roll, instead I use my +2 and I don't gain experience.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
So I'm less likely to fail and I don't get experience. It's just me and my knives, baby.
What's your
No-
other
who
one?
needs level
Hot?
ups?
That's funny
Yep.
as fuck.
Uh-huh. Yep. And
Oh no.
doing something under fire is the only stat that is the only roll that's under cool. So I have to be hot to level up.
Oh my god.
Will.
I can't wait to see that come into play.
I'm gonna have to change my character at his core. He's about to get sexy, and he's bad at it. He's a -1 at being
He's
sexy, but it's the only way I can level up.
Oh man.
He needs to download like Virus and get horny.
yeah, he needs to like
a
mess
new
around with
move
the
that
wrong
rolls plus
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to start using my savvy head move where I can talk to things and say, "How you doing?"
Things speak needs to go wrong one time to speak back.
Na-na-na-na.
So what do we
Okay.
get on level up?
Yeah.
Oh, on a level up. Let's see. I'm gonna go over that. We're gonna level up at the start of next session just because it is coming up
Okay.
on our time that we have for today.
Cool.
So I will research that. I will do a bit reread over on these moves to figure out this go aggro thing that I have somehow, I think, just maybe put somewhere wrong. I don't know. This is a weird thing for me. But I'm gonna figure that out, and we'll return next time to examine the site and see what it holds. It's familiar to pedal at a minimum, and we're here to examine it. Now that we've scared off those who would jump us, we can do the thing we came here to do. We'll be back next time.
GG's.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
now.
GG's everybody.
I know. GG's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Craig.
Violence.
Violence.
I will say what you saw today is probably going to be something that you will see a lot from my character in moments of violence.
Just throwing knives.
Knives?
Knife throwing machine.
What is my
Literally.
range? What is my ranged weapon? It's a knife. What's my close range weapon? Guess what? It's a knife.
I can't wait to use
Consistency.
my weapon someday.
His
I don't know when.
weapon, yeah. Oh man, your weapon has the best name though, Lawrence.
My weapon has the best
What
name.
is your name? What?
Yeah, you have to tell them. You have to say it.
Oh,
You've already
yeah,
been using them. It's so funny
If
to
it-
me.
Yeah, the item that I have is mini knives.
Many knives.
The name of the item
Many
is mini
knives.
knives.
The ammo is virtually
knives.
infinite. He just has many knives. I just think that's
I'll never
awesome.
run out. I can't sell them,
So
but why would
good.
I?
They're worth like 1 or 2 knives, but as a weapon, it's infinite. It just has many knives.
That's insane.
It's a perfect. The chest compartment's perfect for this.
Right.
Who knows how many I have in there? I don't know.
They're hidden under the dishes.
It's that magnetic strip going around the middle, going around the inside of the can.
Bandolier.
Many knives. I love that shit. All right. GG's, y'all. We will
Indeed.
continue again
Good
here
night.
soon.